So I know a lot of our audience are very results oriented, and they do have specific problems. So could we speak to the specific results that a woman can expect to get from a weekend with you two ladies?
Well, based on the results that we've had women come in that the reason they came in was because they knew Jennie and I, and that they trusted our heart and they trusted our intent, and they really had no idea what they were walking into, but they decided to trust two women that they really loved, that they saw were more open than them, and they wanted to figure out how to do that. And they came into the workshop, and they're completely different. I mean, we've had women who came in and they haven't had a relationship in 10 years, and within 5 months after doing it, they suddenly were in very wonderful, deep, committed relationships, because they had moved out of their resentment, their anger, their projection on men, the issues that they had been holding in their body were suddenly gone. And I think that men sense that. I mean, men know that you're angry at them or you're holding on to something, and it creates a barrier, it creates a block. Like, a man's going, oh my gosh, how am I gonna break down that door? And a lot of men don't have that skill. So I think as a woman, it's our responsibility to deal with our own stuff and to move through it. And this is the way you can responsibly move through it. We've had women who've come that they opened up their emotions, and my gosh, they lost 70 pounds. They literally recognized that they were holding all this toxic emotion, and we gave them the doorway to that, and instantly, like, over the period of months, they just lost the weight because they used the practices that we had shown them, and they continued to come to our events that we do that, give you a doorway and an idea of how to move into this. So it's really amazing work.
Yeah, we've had women also who have come who, were in really beautiful relationships. They had amazing partners, but there were parts of themselves they couldn't push through, and because there was fear there. They couldn't soften their heart in a certain type of way because of past wounding. And through the work, there's a siphoning out of what's mine and what's yours kind of thing, and an ownership of, okay, this is mine, and I am at choice now of whether or not I want to soften my heart, recognizing that I feel so safe and loved by this partner, so that kind of piecing apart of an unraveling of what is historic crap and needs to go, and what still needs to heal, and where do they need to push forward. So we've seen these beautiful what were already beautiful relationships become even more abundant because of that process. The other thing that we offer women are tools to go home, personal practices to go home and use on their own, things that they can do independently and alone that help them drop into their feminine. We also ask the other women in the group to also give those women that they've worked with all weekend practices, because now they've spent 3 intimate days with those women and really kind of understand where they're coming from. So we also source the group and ask them to say, hey, you've spent all this time with this woman, what does she need? And they bring that back to the group, and we help refine it and kind of give her maybe something a little extra, or just kind of rearrange it a little bit. So we're very much, we love seeing women go out into their lives and flower and cultivate more abundance in their life, but we're also very much about giving them something to go home to, a touchstone that they can go back to even outside of that weekend, that they can continue to drop in and work on that process.